short next, gon' touch down with the runway. I take a step like, oh man, I ran rodeo. Really respect John Jack, I'm Cam audio. I see nothing out there, two shot with no pound hit. Boy, you wanna do that for a wish I was your back mom. You gonna be good, I don't know. He gets late, I'm fucking bitch like Elvis. Cause sometimes shit go down with $1 billion on the elevator. Cause sometimes shit go down with $1 billion on the elevator. Goddamn, goddamn. Told me good home trade. They told me what I like. Told me I should speak my mind. I'm happy because I'm that's fine. I wake up, love it. Housed up, love it. Run around in it, love it. Passing on that, love it. It's diamond, love it. My diamond, love it. The rock, love it. My rock, love it. I woke up like this. I woke up like this. We flawless. Ladies, tell them I woke up like this. I woke up like this. We flawless. Ladies, tell them say it's so good tonight. Goddamn, I am to say it's so good tonight. I wake up looking real good. I would change it if I could. You can say what you want on the shit. On the shit, on the shit, on the shit. And you wanna feel like this.
Japanese and Indian, got Malaysian, got that yaki, that way you Brazilian.
Your bitch is thirsty, I'm Hungarian. You can be each and dive in face, walk very
no, like MJ Doctor, they killing me. Propofol, I know they hope I fall, but tell them winning is my motherfucking protocol. Cause I ain't scored before I ever throw the ball. These bitches washed up and ain't no fucking soap involved. It's every hood, tree, fantasizing about Nicki and B. Curve delicious, pussy so delicious. Mayday, earth, the bitches. Slapping hoes on their ass like we birthing bitches. The queen of that, slaying the queen bee. If you ain't on the team, you playing for team D. Cause we ain't cause we can't sense. This watch right here done stay bliss. I just said I'm a fuck like this. I'm the jack in my cup like this. I'm the ass and that flawless dick. Instagram another flawless dick. Flawless dick, these flawless dick. I got options, hundreds, got all your face. I'm the flawless bitch. They modern crazy, you love that bitch. I be really risky. Show the ass back, I be on my wrist. These places got diamonds on my Disney. One monster, Nicki in Sri Lanka. I told him meet me at the trunk, Ivanka. I said come here, let me show you how this cookie tastes. This, that, yeah, nigga, eat the cookie face.
So that was Beyonce featuring Nicki Minaj in the Flawless. I know I did a long time ago, I don't even remember what video, but I did that song before, and it was live, so it sounded terrible. And I don't know what was going on, I don't know. Let me know in the comments of this video if there probably is a question, but let me know if you guys found that song to be a lot softer than the original, I don't know. But, so, last chapter called Checkers, of What You Don't Know, we found, I don't even think we found out, but I think, we did figure out that the person who was slapped was Drake, and it was the redhead. We don't know exactly for what reason, and Jay told us that, why did I say Tyler? Where's Tyler from? Tyler's from, I think Tyler's actually from I Kissed a Boy, and the sequel to that book, I think that's when, I don't know, but his name is Jay. And I think Jay, yes, Jay told us, the readers, that Drake, has been playing board games with Jay and all that other crap. So here is the last, part of chapter 12, Checkers. Drake had told me today he was going to the pool with his friends, that I should probably get some work done since he'd been taking up all of my time. Playing games is what he's been taking the time up with. I sat down at the small desk in our dorm, honestly tried to work on an English project due by next Thursday, but I couldn't think straight. Well, I was thinking, but not about the project. I miss Carly and Aunt Linda. But I really, really missed Mom and Dad. I crossed my arms over the desk and rested my hand on them. It wasn't very comfortable, but I was in the mood to get up or move somewhere else, so I stayed there. I closed my eyes and thought about the night they passed away. Chapter 13. Low Thoughts and Rida. It was okay, so this must be this is what he's thinking. This is a night. It was dark. My mom and dad had been gone for about 4 days, and they were on a business trip because they were buying franchise and had to go to Chicago to finalize everything. It was only 2 years ago, and it was the middle of my freshman year. My aunt was babysitting Carly and I. if that's what you want to call it. Carly and I were inside. I was doing homework, and she was watching some show on MTV. Only dramatic show kept her attention. Carly noticed I was struggling with a math problem, so she paused her show to help me. She walked over and noticed my rising frustration. She put a hand on my arm and told me we'll figure it out together. This was the first time she said that to me. Even since that night, it helped me move forward whatever was weighing me down. I would nod at her words because I believed her every time. Mom and Dad had called about an hour ago saying they were almost home and had exciting news. We knew that meant the business had been finalized. Carly and I had started talking about how it was going to feel great when all our friends and parents own a business. When Carly realized we had completely ignored my homework, she scolded me for getting distracted, even though she was the one who brought up the phone call from Mom and Dad. Smiled at me and said, "I was just kidding with you." She said that a lot too. We eventually got through the problem, and I was thanking her. Aunt Linda ran into the living room, tears streaming down her face. She grabbed both of us and pulled us close, not letting us move a centimeter away from her. "Aunt Linda, what is it?" Carly kept asking, but she wouldn't speak. We both looked up at her, and I could feel her body shaking on her arms. "Your mom and Dad," she whispered. Carly and I looked at each other. I thought we both knew what she meant. Aunt Linda was a way of saying little, but she said too much at the same time. I shook my head in shock and backed away from the hug. I kept stepping back, and Carly said, "Jay, please come here." Carly was holding back sobs, but she was stronger than I was, and I had started sobbing after my aunt's 4 words, and then I ran out of the front door into the pouring rain. I just ran. My legs flew, and I never run so fast in my life. And I saw Jay, are you okay? Someone was shaking my shoulder. I nodded, but kept my face buried in my arms. I didn't want Drake to see me crying, if that's what I was doing. I wasn't even sure at this point. I just remember getting caught up in my thoughts and images of that night. I looked up, weary at Drake, and pulling out his earphones. His eyes met mine, giving me a full attention. "What's the matter?" he said, kneeling down next to me. "Nothing. I was just thinking about some things." I tried not to look too upset, but he knew that I had not been thinking about anything good. "Look, Jay, you can tell me anything, alright?" He smiled his warm smile, and I couldn't help but smile back. He had such an adorable smile. Just think. Did I just think of that? My parents died in a car accident 2 years ago. I guess the thoughts and images are still linger in my head. It's not easy to push them out. I nodded, looking down. I bit my lip and felt my eyes burning, but then stood up and smiled and took a couple steps back. He plugged his phone into the speaker near his bed and gave me that "one moment please" finger. I smiled a little and rested my head in my hand, propping my elbow up on the desk. He turned up some music and started nodding his head to it. Oh my God, what is he about to do? I fought back a smile. The song was Rida. The song was Low by Flo Rida. Just the idea of that song made me smile a little more. And when he started dancing and lip-syncing, I couldn't help but smile ugly. He started actually singing the words, and his face stretched into all those weird expressions. He clearly made out each word. He eyed me too, like he was singing to me. And his seductive stare made a laugh rise in my chest. And I was holding my laugh, thinking that if I started laughing, he would stop. But when the part came where Shawty got low, 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 and I couldn't hold it anymore, I laughed so hard I barely recognized the sound of it. Drake started laughing too, and that's all I thought about when he finally calmed down and went to sleep. Drake dancing like a weirdo, and me feeling just as weird as he made me laugh harder than I ever had.
Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him. Let it rain. Let me talk to him. Come on. Tell me how you look 14 with the word. The whole club looking at her. She is the like I know. She got low, 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 low,
that's what. So after that last line, and that was actually the song Flow Rida Low, and I'm not going to put that in the description box. But at that part, right when I stopped it, that's when Jay laughed his head off. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And until next time, gays, okay? Just ask the GSA. Mwah.